here? No one to keep them warm. Not my... What?
Yes, I found the culprit. Tell that to Big...
Eggy, gone. Baby Eggy gone. Help! Help, Marge! Marge knows. Eggs? Find eggs?
Ah, it's you. Ah, you. The one who's not a thief.
Eggs? Find eggs?
You... Where are they?
I saw they were stolen. The beef horror. Thief. Horrible thief. It came in the night. It took the eggs. It scrambled away fast. Big as a cow. If I... Map. Show me your map.
In a flurry of feathers, she leaps up and pecks a small hole in your map.
That's where they are. I went after my babies. I saw where they went. But they've changed so much. Mom, bring them back. Ah!
You ever think about running off?
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
The kid is whistling an off-key tune as he strolls about shiftily. He raises an eyebrow at your approach, but says nothing.
Ain't up to out. Just looking for someone. Sina, Ben Mezd. Too bad.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off.
You ever think about running off? Like farming south?
Come now. Is this really...
A Magister guard approaches. Behind her, on the gallows, 2 lizards. One, in a Magister uniform, hangs dead from her neck. The other hangs from her hands, still alive.
Step away from the prisoner, elf! She's hanging by her hands because the boss don't want her dead just yet. She's a tough one, Master Seaver. She's a seeker, and she's a bloody traitor. What have you heard? Have you heard that they killed our beloved Alexander? She was part of the Order. Knew Alexander personally. Alexander trusted her. At least as far as you can trust a lizard. To repay... She wasn't there when Alexander fell. But White Magister Raymond uncovered the truth. She's as guilty as any of them. And I reckon she got off lightly. I'd have had her flayed alive with a salted bullwhip. You're going to... What, now? She betrayed Alexander. I'd sooner die than free her.
Please, why would I kill Lucian's second most charming son?
I'll regret this, I know I will. All right, I'll stand aside.
The lizard hangs from the gibbet, her face blooded and her scales discoloured. Her eyes are...
Welcome to Driftwood, God-woken.
One bloody eye cracks open, glittering gold appearing from beneath the swollen lid.
Chased you all the way here from Fort Joy, did they? Very well, then. Cut me down. Or, indeed, you could stand there gulping as if I just run off with your femur. You might not have the brains anymore, but I pray you've managed to keep some wits. Be quick about it. Who knows when that magistrate might return? God's teeth, it feels good to move again. Now...
There's one unattempted egg behind them. Perhaps there's still a chance. There you are, little egg.
She leaps up and grabs the egg with her foot, kicking it under her warm underbelly and settling down upon it contentedly.
Shh, little beeper baby, Mama's here, warm and here with you again.
She cocks a black eye up at you and winks.
Thank you. I have something for you. Something I buried behind the coop. It's yours. It's yours. Unless some other scratchly poker found it.
this? I found something.
Brood an eggy baby egg.
What a happy little fab!
You helped us.
The kid is whistling an off. The kid is whistling an off-key tune as he strolls about, shiftily.
Not too out. Just seen Ben Mesd. Ooh. That won't like that one little bit.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off.
Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you running off like Millicent and Tully. You'll just end up sliding down some Voidwoken's gross gullet, piece by piece.
The older-looking Magister notices your presence. He wipes his grubby hands downward across his greaves, as if to wipe away the grime, but instead smears more dirt onto them.
Hort elf, what word do you bring?
His face goes pale, and his eyes open wide. The Magister that greeted you remains stiff, as if enduring a harsh wind.
The Voidwoken come.
Hush, Fader. You may pass, traveller. Dare say you'll be aching to leave before long anyway. But before you do, find Raymond, the White Magister. He'll want to know what you've seen. Be quick, mind. He's set to sail any moment.
He nods his head in the direction of the bridge, but...
As long as you stay put, you'll be safe.
Are you sure? Them sorcerers from the caravan?
This town looks peaceful enough. Let's find out if looks deceive.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right.
Well, hello.
You look down at the cart and see
It's free to their travels, friend.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right. As long as you don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town.
Not in any mood.
It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah. Back again, eh? It's free to look their travels, friend.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right. Too much.
War's a brewing, my friend, and with special prices for you while we're still... War is hell, my friend, but it's very good for business. Good luck to you.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
If you anything that will protect against void like
fire, cold and poison. Wide walking. God knows what would stop those beasts. How still it is.
Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by seagulls! Culprits still at large!
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't go too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget. Nothing less. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying any. Back again, eh? It's free to their travels, friend.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
My word, but you do look it. Have at it. Got yourself situated.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yep.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. How you holding up?
You needing supplies? I'd stock nothing more.
call for the junk you sell, then.
Junk? Why, I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients. And
Vapid fiction, along with a large helping of ham.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat.
Until later, then.
Come over. Not like you're buying anything.
The carved figure is a your touch.
Who will?
Wouldn't you like
The
to
dog
know?
lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
You don't smell right. Got a pain in the neck. You got a bad pain in the neck.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds. Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog gives you a long... The dog goes to butt.
Hey, I feel okay. Thanks. Think I'll wander off now. Here, Master did.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood
Huh?
to talk about it.
He turns to his master.
You bad man, you!
penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away. God damn it. How's my livelihood? Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here. You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind, could I?
He gives you a cool look. There.
That's your luck.
Smells worse over here
Tell
than
me,
a dozen
have you heard any
eggs
news?
dropped in a bath.
The Silent Watchers...
Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers!
Where is it? Where is it? Madam? Please.
She looks up at you in surprise. Her great greenish gold eyes...
You'd help me.
Tears star her eyelashes, and she begins to weep.
I know. What a crybaby I am. It's just the pouch. I really must find it back, or my master will flay me alive. Magister Raymond, he bade me take the coins to purchase supplies for his journey, but I dropped it along the way. He's sure to think I stole it.
She tilts her head back and blinks back tears.
I'd never do such a thing. Never. You're... Gods, you're so I don't know what to say.
She accepts the coins.
You don't know what this means to me. I'll send word to Magic. Thank you.
The Meister's back! The Meister's back! She doesn't feel like...
The Meister sits slumped in a chair, looking around the room as she works her shoulder with one hand. It looks like it was dislocated by the gallows.
Damnable red cloak baboons ransacking my wardrobes, as if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
I swear by the seven, if we did not have more important matters to attend to.
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages, a needle and thread out of a box. She slowly starts to tend to her wounds.
At least the barbarians were unable to club their way into my vault, so everything you need should be safe. In your case, more than I suspect, man, God or even a reptile can provide. However, we must soldier on. It is not enough to be God-woken in order to ascend to divinity. There is a process.
As she speaks, the Meister uncorks a vial of shimmering liquid, sauce. She lets a couple of drops fall on her hand, but instead of infusing with her body, they quickly evaporate on her scales. She stares at the empty spot on her palm for a long moment before turning back to you, continuing as if nothing had happened.
A process by which God-woken may ascend. It begins with discovering your deepest self, delving into your own soul. We shall begin once we have the tools we need from my vault. You may have been chosen God-woken, but becoming divine requires more than a supernatural pat on the head. Come, God-woken. It is time to see just how awake you are. Fortunately, the magistrate must you are. Kindly remove that painting from the wall. instructions will not be too technical for you. Push the button. Can you not see the button on the wall? Walk to the corner and press it. Your talent for following simple instructions fills me with wonder and pride. Now,
A stone door lies flush with the floorboards. Etched whorls in the grass. Taking your time.
Excellent. Follow me.
And
try not to break anything in the meantime.
This place is an Arcanist's dream.
The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken? Just so. To accept divinity is to accept responsibility for the lives of every person and beast that walks Rivellon.
If granted divinity, you would have the power of all 7 gods at your disposal. You could heal any wound, pull islands from the sea, right any injustice.
But make no mistake, the divine has only one duty: to protect this world from the void. The divine cannot use her power for anything else. Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then, well, not inhale the smoke, but whatever the skeletal equivalent is. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, itchy bones, or a dire sense of existential dread. They are all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would be even more inconvenient. So if you wouldn't mind...
The Meister points sharply to the ingredients cupboard.
And do not lose anything.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients. After a quick rummage, you gather up the... As the smoke swirls about your skull, your vision starts to swim and cloud as the world fades away.
This recess of my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
Bathed in the half-light of this eerie, starless landscape, you spot a figure you could only describe as you, another you. It looks haggard and weak, its voice merely a feeble echo of your own.
My child, come, come closer, so that you may see me. My child, it is time.
The apparition clasps your face in shaking, skeletal hands, and you feel a tingle run through your bones. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color before fading back to their accustomed spectrum.
Time to open the eyes you lost so long ago. Speak the spell and see.
God is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the goddess Amadia.
You know me now, don't you, child? I saved you when the ship went down. I blessed you, made you powerful, and now I've come to seek some power in return. Your God-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. And
Amadia stretches out and nourishes herself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself as it drains away.
Ah, yes. That is better. That is so much better. Truly, dying does not become a god. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We are battling for our very survival, and we are losing. Should we truly perish, all will be cast into oblivion. Indeed, there is. To save us both, as a matter of fact. You must realize, dear one, that our fates are now as one. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the void, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. And once you are strong enough, we must travel to the Well of Ascension. There, you will become even more powerful. It most certainly will be. The Well of Ascension is a lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers of the Seven lie united. We gave those powers up freely to create the first divine. To bathe in the lake is to become the divine. That is where the road to divinity leads, and you must be the first to reach it, no matter what the cost. There you touch upon the very heart of the matter. The void has never been this strong. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in its powers, but to take them, all of them. Only she who claims everything will be everything. The void's doom, this world's liberator. It is simplicity itself. They will bow to you, or of course the others are saying the same to their mortal God-woken as we speak. But there can be only one. So make no mistake, dear one. The road to divinity may well be paved with dead gods. But do not let that dismay you. You will save all of existence. You will save your kin and your loved ones, and all the rest of the mortal world. and you will become a god. Innocent child, do you think they are not being promised the same power by their false gods? Do you think those brutes will even hesitate before Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source as only a God-woken can, and wield its most...
Laughter rolls and...
You flatter me, dear child. But if all I had to do was give, you would have received long ago. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first you must learn to channel the Source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek masters of the Source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn. So return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the Source. Once you have, return to me here. Something that will make you understand that for a god, there is precious little difference between the living and the dead. Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is Source, and in Source it is, immortally so. You have the vision of a god now, sight that can see spirits, the souls of the dead made manifest in Source. Speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger. Alas, I am no longer who I once was, bound to you as I've become. I will teach you what I can, but the links that will expand the bounds of your soul, those are connections. Good luck, dear.
A man's spirit stands before you, clad in scholarly dress.
Who has taken my books? My notes? They were here just a moment ago. Everything was peaceful again. Sweet Armadia, why do you test your chronicler so, haunting me with spirits? Am I cursed? Has the goddess turned her back on me?
The chronicler shudders, looking sick to his stomach.
Again. This again. I sleep, then I wake, and another piece of the world is gone. When we were in Reaper's Eye, when I saw those tomes and scrolls, I was myself again. But the vision always fades. I'm just a remnant of the Empress's ambition. Why can't I escape? Why is there never a way out? Me? I archived Rivellon's history. I used ink to immortalize greatness on the page. A lizard empress sought my services. She needed an ancient design restored from a damaged text. She told me the design was brilliant. When the armor was forged, the empress showed it to me, and she trapped me inside. If it wasn't for me, the armor wouldn't exist at all. This is my fault. If I knew the way, I'd shout until every god heard me. But I have no idea. I simply want this to end.
The chronicler puts his head in his hands, collapsing. The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What do you know?
The Meister's eyes flash with fury, but she holds her tongue.
You are not a pile of ash, so the ritual was a success, albeit partially. You had all the material requirements, so I can only assume your source was lacking. That is unfortunate. Indeed not. And ever more difficult when you've been purged. I was a master of source once, but no longer. The Magisters saw to that. The river of my source has been dammed. My link to the font from which it flows, severed. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to. You will not be there long, I assure you. There is only so much you can glean from a twisted mind. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter...
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments...
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them. And you do not seem to be paying attention. Sorcerers, evil, controlling your source, saving Rivellon, please. Your focus, your only focus, must be on finding these masters. On finding the secrets to divinity. Nothing else matters. The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource. But do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time. And I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just keep your eye sockets peeled. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever.
Quercus, what do you look... Gad, stop gawking at the shield. You ought to be quite used to such journeys into the... I read through some tomes I saw that cranky old lizard carrying. Some fascinating leads, but nothing like the power we... Yes, Quercus, I owe... Now...
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you.
You can see me. A god woken in my presence. You honor me. I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders, such powers. I decide to pursue them myself. Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not god-woken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power, and not come.
Opening the door, you see there is no...
the Meister's back. She doesn't feel...
Oh, we dwarves had a kingdom, and we will have it back. I won't always be sweeping, I'll be riding horseback. We dwarves had a kingdom, and a proud knight was I. I won't always be sweeping, for my kingdom I'll die. Heavens to Bessie, another one. More queer folk than commoners in Driftwood these days. Just look at you! A sword-slinging stranger if ever I saw one. Anyway, tavern's just down the road. Can't miss it. 'Cause that's where all the queer ones go. Clanking dwarves, those don't know what's going.
Maybe I'm glad I ain't pulling carts of stinking fish round no more. But what's a beast to do if not pull? Here's hoping. I've heard...
Nothing good. The boys woken are everywhere.
Back again, eh? It's free to look. Their travels, friend.
Protect us.
Yes, of course.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
You too, Julia. Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. I'll not lose. The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath. I'll...
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
You do not get to make that decision. That decision is mine. A good day? Let's talk about a good day. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods? Ah. You've met with what's left of Siva, have you? I'm so...
He licks his lips. Dry.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss. Oh, no, that won't do at all. Innocence is a mask that doesn't fit you. I'm very good at what I do, see? There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth. That best convinced me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. A would-be Magister has to prove her killer instinct, after all. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. What they do. Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are I've need of a rat catcher. Of course, I must depart post-haste, but Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot.
Stay behind? But I've my orders, same as you.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part?
There's a moment of fleeting suspicion as his glove closes round the bones of your hand, but only a moment. He grins darkly.
How very heart. One last thing. The Magisters here are diligent men and women. A stranger like you may run into troubles with them. Should this happen, just wave this piece of parchment in adieu and good luck. The time has come, my stitched-lit lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
Left behind like a dog. Blah. 7 curses upon that shit.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt off his robes, none the worse for wear, apparently, from the blast of magic that knocked him off his feet.
You, the damn recruit. I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for you. You're meant...
Yes, I am very much aware. Wasn't my damned head that hit...
Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? The hour... By the Bishop's bones, you saw it! Out with it, woman! What happened? Void woken. That means source was used. Which means some third party must have attacked first. And I've a fair idea who that might... Raymond, that old goat. Always suspected there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove. There's a local thug, Lohar. He runs an operation out of his hideout beneath the Black Bull Tavern.
It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. Where I really want you to ferret around is Reaper's Bluffs, to the west of Driftwood.
It's wild territory, remote and hostile, where I believe the dwarves may have set up a base of operations away from prying eyes. Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar is working on behalf of Queen Justinia, you will be handsomely rewarded, I assure you. They've always been snakes in the grass. Cheap labour, sure, and hard workers too. Half of them are their Queen's spies. You know what Queen Justinia is like, surely. A tyrant and a master strategist to boot. In that case, go forth and let the hunt...
I've enough strife trying to earn a bit of coin without having the like. I've got years of it. Ain't got much to say. Off with you.
You'd swear the shark was smiling at you.
Hello, missus.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
You be careful. My daddy's a magist. No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here.
They stare at you in disbelief. Then...
You're weird. We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He went swimming all the way to Fort Joy.
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back. That's right.
I think he's an idiot. And I wish I could swim.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
At this rate, there'll be no steak for Lucian's Day.
There's a lot of call for the junk you sell, then.
Junk? Why, I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients, and...
Vapid fiction, along with a large helping of ham.
The carved figure is a Your touch creates a ripple across the mosaic, as if it were water and not stone. A comforting warmth spreads through you, starting at your fingertips.
Hi, hi.
Never forget it. You heard any news?
It lays there gasping, dying, drowning in the sunshine and its own blood. A voyage swim. Your name is Joe. You're 9. You're brave. You're off to see your mum. A shadow moves below you. A jagged vice closes on your thigh and pulls you down. Water fills your lungs. Blood billows. Keeps glancing back. A difficult task since his shoulders are tense as iron.
How can I help? I don't have a choice. You're the one wearing those gauntlets, dragging me around this way and that. I cannot do anything to prevent it. If I knew the way, I'd shout until...
The chronicler puts...
Ja, soweit ganz gut. Danke der Nachfrage und selbst.
Thank you.
swim. It died. Eaten by a monster in the deep. I see. I was his monster in the deep. We all have our monsters.
The spirit floats in front of you, his eyes unfocused and darting from side to side. Looking down at his mangled corpse at your feet, you see that the front is relatively unmarked, but his back has been eviscerated. Long, jagged cuts run the length of his torso. The spirit's eyes move in your direction, trying to focus, but he seems to look right through you.
A voice. Oh, I can still hear it in the dark. I can hear it whispering. He won't stop. His voice was everywhere. It danced with the screams. Insects with a dwarf's tongue. They came from above. They laughed as they cut us down.
The spirit doubles up, raking his hands across his face, ghostly nails cutting deep into spectral skin.
No, I can hear it. Not the echoes. I can hear it. The voice. It's here.
The spirit shudders and cries, tears running down his cheeks.
Oh, Divine Lucian, protect me. You seven ancient gods, please. Don't let it get me.
The spirit's eyes dart left and right. It reaches tentatively a hand out for a moment, but thinks... The spirit cowers before you.
I can still hear him.
The bull lazily chews non-existent card. It registers your presence.
Well, guess I should have seen that coming.
Också in Zukunft.
Dying, of course. As soon as they sent me pulling that there wagon, I should have known this was how things was going to end. Of course, I can see the future, and I did see this, but I honestly thought I was sleeping. Well, that's nice of you. It's not so bad so far. I sure don't miss pulling wagons. You sure you want to know?
Servus.
Alright, here is your future.
The bull shakes itself, swallows the card, clears its throat.
You're gonna die. Oh, let me think about that now too. Yeah. Okay. Right, here we go. So, maybe.
The bull shrugs.
Here. I don't suppose you could do me a favour and unhitch this here harness so as I can make my way to the Field of Echoes.
The bull nods its thanks and gently fades away.
I knew you'd say.
History is written by victors. Do not doubt. Our divine order will prevail.
The spirits of a magister and a dwarf are locked in ethereal combat. Their vicious blows make no impact, yet they struggle on. Mid-snarl, the dwarf spies your presence and staggers back to address you.
Sorcerer! You must hate the Reds as much as I do, eh? Rightly so. Reds had sorcerers locked up tight in that caravan. And you know where they were sending them? You look like you've been there yourself.
The Magister lunges for the dwarf, his exasperation clear.
Anna, you saw it with your own eyes. You know sorcerer's law, Voidwoken, and you know we'd all still be alive if you hadn't attacked our caravan.
The Magister's shoulders collapse with relief. His burden lifted, his spirit slowly...
We tried to help your kind, and you'll help those that enslaved you? You're a wrong un and no mistake. I've little to say to one who
Doubled over in agony, the shivering Magister spirit mumbles to himself, tightly clutching 3 golden stalks in one fist. Noting the attention, he straightens, revealing insignia spelling Kinnet, and a jagged "You become Kinnet." His memories flooding over you, warmth, comfort. You are Kinnet, playing cards with your mates in a cozy barracks. You stagger to tipsy attention as a white-clad Magister commands that one of your troop seek a lost caravan. It's a one-man job, a job no man wants. Your sly-eyed troop leader holds out straws to you and the others. Who will investigate? You feel the short straw and hear them shout, "Kinnet!" You know what that means. A lonely traipse in the cold dark. You dawdle and grumble all the way, sobering as you find the overturned caravan. Massacre. Your lantern reveals ravaged corpses in every direction. Inhaling sharply, you smell a thick black stench you remember secondhand from the few void-woken corpses your troops have found. No! Kinnet's tears fall from your eyes as you recognize his beloved weapon master, lifeless. A dark thicket rustles to your left. A claw rakes savage stripes across your guts. As Kinnet dies, all goes black. Staggering back from Kinnet's deathly grasp, only your own blood now pumps through your heart. With your living eyes, you see him trembling in front of you, desperately holding out 3 straws. As you pluck the short straw from his hands, Kinnet weeps with relief. His wound disappears in turn, and he is restored to the model image of a strapping young soldier. He looks around, then looks at you. And then he smiles. Smiling...
Ghostbusters.
The spirit keeps glancing back. A difficult task since his shoulders are tense as iron.
How can I help? If I knew the way, I'd shout until every god heard me. But I have no idea.
The chronicler puts his head in his hands, collapsing in...
Der hat keine Ahnung, wer gestorben ist. Ist klar.
Doesn't sound promising, does it?
The little boy lobs a stone.
Oh, Ma! Are you all right? Ma! Huh? Oh, please, you have to help her. There was a fight. Some dwarves attacked some magisters, and there were sorcerers too, and they killed everyone. And my ma got them to chase her, and she went across the bridge, and then she raised the bridge, and she told me to run. I'm not trying to stop them. Just you will. Maybe you can cross the river then. Ma lifted the bridge, but there's got to be another way, right?
His gaze shoots.
I'll keep distracting him. No way.
He performs a divine order.
Now go out, Ma. Oh! Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Ma, can you hear me? Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Ma, can you hear me?
And who are you? Oh, never mind, no time. Hurry on in and gear up. There's a void woken right out the front door. Barring? He's still out there? Damn it, I told him to go. We gotta do this fast. Let's get those bugs out of here. You in?
She snorts and tosses a grenade from palm to palm.
I could turn an anthill into a crater from a quarter of a mile off. With both of us geared to the teeth, we'll make short work of these beasties. You ready or not? I'm retired Divine Order, you know. I ain't scared. You'll be glad I do. You can hang your hat on that. I got all the fixings here for every kind. Ready, set, squash!
Mari flashes a massive horsey smile at you, then winces, clutching her side.
By the seven, that was something. What'd I tell you? Not a scratch. Oh, sure. Just a nasty bruise by the feel of it. May have to lay off blasting beasties, but speaking of fighters, you're not too shabby yourself. Know your way around a row, don't you? With an attitude like that, you ought to join up with the Order. They're all... Didn't catch your name. I'm Mari. Pleasure's mine. You all right? Dunno about you, but I never was afraid of bugs. Then again, if you hadn't rolled in when you did, I might be whistling Teedle-dee in a void-woken's belly by now. I owe you one. A bug squasher, are you? Impressive. Hate to cut this short, but I ought to dash off. Mind lowering the bridge, though? I find myself slightly indisposed for the moment. There you are, my good-looking lad. Fit as a fiddle. And twice the size. And how's my little spider monkey doing? Safe and sound?
Spider monkey? You mean dragon?
Come here, you.
Mother and son fall into a tight embrace. One tear rolls down. Mari seems
My boy, my...
Hey, wait, thank you so much for helping my ma. All those void woken.
Thank the gods. Oh, I know a good arm when I see one. I'll tell my cousin Raymond what you did. He's real high up in the Order, and he's visiting Driftwood as we speak. Could be he has some good work for you. Some dwarves, locals, attacked a Magister caravan. Must have been sorcerers inside. Voidwoken must have sensed them. Came in formation like a proper battalion. Never seen anything like it. No match for the bomber pair at the Bridgeside Cottage. Right
as rain.
We're off into town. Best of luck to you, mate.
much for a cellar, isn't it?
A spillage all over the floor. A spillage all over the floor. A spillage all over the floor. keeps glancing back. A difficult task since his shoulders are tense as iron.
How can I help? If I knew the way, I'd shout until every god heard me. But I have no idea. I simply want...
The chronicler puts his head in his hands. Keeps glancing back.
How can I help? If I knew the way...
The chronicler puts his...
Monster! Monster! Poor little Beaver. Poor little monster. There's only one way. Yes, there's Papa. Yes, yes, yes! He wanders. He roosts. But he is special. He can help people. Can keep him safe. Back, Papa? Did you find him? Did you find Peeper's Papa? What? No. Yes, yes.
Back again, eh? It's free to look their travels, friend.
What? For nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients. And
Vapid fiction along the lower church of the head.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
back for a return visit, are you? Have at it. Got yourself situated.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
I don't.
Yep.
Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Glad to see you well. Anything more?
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Until later, then.
Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Have you anything that will protect against void woke?
I can turn aside fire, cold and poison. But void woken? God knows what'd stop those beasts.
Cold steel it is, then.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Come over. Don't know what you're buying anymore.
I don't come visit my tongue. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Hear ye! Hear ye! Divine order to march against the...
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers! Culprit still at large!
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Not called for the jumping What? Nothing less than
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Come over.
Hello, lady.
The little boy beside her looks at you. He picks his nose.
Hello. Cool. How did you know that?
Mrs., have you seen our friend Joe?
They're innocents in a world with precious little innocence left. Let's leave them that way.
The truth hurts, but they'll get over it.
Kids are resilient. Tell them the truth.
The horror grows on their little faces.
No, that's a horrible thing to say. I bet it wasn't Joe. I bet it was someone else's leg in that icky...
She bursts into tears, then looks from you to her and back again, then starts crying too. After a moment, the cry...
You're cold. So where's Joe? It's okay to say you don't
think we should go up.
Bye-bye, Mr.
They skip away.
Here I still am, and here, yes? Have you...
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Off you go. I can't be seen rationizing with the likes of you. A sorcerer? Ha! Second rat wizards by my book. The reddish-coloured flesh beasts round here string your kind up by their hands. Well, I'm a rat. Just look at what happened to that lovely flick-tongued...
The rat hisses at...
Carry on then, stink...
The spirit keeps glancing back.
How can I help? If I knew the way...
The chronicler puts... The shimmering ghost of a kin man. You are Zeus-hun, a young lizard magister, devoted to the order. More than this, you are in love with a comrade, a human man of wit and kindness and sweet disposition. The confusion in her eye. You are Zeus-hun, your heart is broken. Posted to the grave, you see how she bows her head and she fades away. Before you lies a primitive altar. The air stirs. A soft sound, a voice, a soothing sense. Soon you... I am so... The spirit keeps glancing.
How can I... If I knew the...
The chronicler puts it...
I should certainly hope so. On my life's work has been for naught. Send a little bloke my way next time you happen upon him. I'd like to see what a fine specimen the magic has produced. That's right, Coco! Now done to kill the...
Before you, a statue reaches her arm as you step...
Back again, eh? It's free to look their travels, friend.
Back for a return visit. Have at it. Got yourself situated.
As long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Yep.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Dunno how I'm gonna make this lot stretch the week.
Come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your tunnel, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
As long as you stay put, you'll be safe.
Delicious, Quercus, but try to restrain yourself. What? No! You don't even have a stomach! It'd just be indulgent.
The rooster looks his son over, first with one beady eye, then the other.
He has my eyes! But I see nothing but the void lurking behind those pretty peepers. Kill him now or he will get kill us all later! Good choice! Good choice! Oh! Why are you still thinking about that abomination? Aren't you distracted by the tuk tuk tuk? That's all you... Thinking about? Aren't you distracted by the tuk 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 tuk? That's all you walk off!
The spirit keeps glancing.
How can I help? If I knew the way...
The chronicler...
This looks like an elven proving ground, but I've never seen one for myself.
Not much of a landlubber, but sometimes I get no choice in the matter. Besides...
From somewhere within the totem...
Winter.
The totem stares ahead. The totem looms over you. Its lifeless... From within the totem, an otherworldly...
Spring!
The totem stares ahead. The totem stares ahead. The totem stares ahead. The totem stares ahead.
Our shield has gone mad!
The totem stares ahead. The totem stares ahead. The totem stares ahead. The totem stands. The totem stares ahead. The totem stares ahead. Before you, a statue. As you step close.
Yes, of course.
Well, hello, stranger. Interested in Driftwood's finest catch?
You look down at the cart and see fish with flaking scales, tumours and...
It's free to look their travels, friend.
Buying or selling? Capital.
Good luck to you. It's worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Free?
I'm all right, as long as you don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget.
War's a brewing, my special prices for... War is hell, my friend, but it's very good for business. Good luck to you.
Good day to you.
You're a delicate one, ain't you?
You needing supplies? Anything more? Until later, then.
To think that lunatic Siva is loose again. We won't be so gentle when we cap...
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Seegers! Culprit still at large! Latest news!
An elf in tattered red robes shifts through pages of handwritten...
So many suspects.
A floorboard creaks.
What are you doing, elf? Trying to get a drop on me? Can't trust anyone, especially the like 7 My own Magister comrades are vanishing from right here in Driftwood. Whoever's behind it must be stopped. If you hear any, 3 Magisters vanished so far, all within Driftwood. That's what I'm intending. I have to keep investigating. Keep the... You do that. I'm approaching this the wrong way.
The conclusion of a noble bloodline! You have interrupted my newest masterpiece!
The bard clears it.
Wait! You might be just the stimulus I needed! I shall craft a rhyme. Magnificent! But if I...
He stares at you.
My first question. Are you hungry? Actually, that's...
He smiles.
An elf craves those memories? I suspect...
The bard
To all hunger gnaws at elves.
That divine voice, that idyllic poetry.
They hunt and wander, seeking rotting flesh.
I got another sorcerer on the loose. I knew they should have cut off the Meister's head and...
Yet, never sated, start their search afresh. Alas, they lose themselves to ancient worlds. Lost in memory, present gone from sight.
I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to
hide. They rise together.
You're good with the Magisters.
Chasing off the darkness with the light.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw them in a hole for all I care. It's the greater good.
A hunger gnaws at elves, a driving lust. They hunt and wander, seeking rotting flesh. First a taste, a morsel, then the meal. Yet, never sated, start their search afresh. Alas, they lose themselves to ancient worlds.
An elf sways on her chair, her eyes focused on the counter in front of her. She slides one.
And that.
The drink has barely any effect on you, bar a coldness in your ribcage and a wetness in your seat. She slides and
Bottoms up. Can you just...
her gaze swivels around.
Damien's done. Another. Psh. Give me one good reason. Maybe.
She shows you that
I know how to make it better. There's her. She's downstairs. And now I'm sin her lip. I changed it. You understand? How, you know, sometimes. Hey, not all of us. Excuse me.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs, then a smile.
Greetings, stranger. Looking to eat.
She nods an uninterested greeting.
Here for the fight? This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one? Pity.
Elsa, my inkwell is dry.
Course,
Fetch
sir.
me some more.
Right, I'm watching you, stranger. Magister Carver's got all the...
Those reports, damn it.
You're not
Of course,
leaving my
sir.
sight for a while
Right
longer
away.
yet.
The Magister startles. Realize
What do you want, elf? You can't just come in here as you please. There's Magisters missing. I'm trying to conduct a bloody investigation. I didn't ask for your opinion, savage. I asked why you're here. Now answer me. Well, mind your bloody stepping. He's a deviant named Higba, a grubby little tinkerer with a criminal mind. Some of my magisters have vanished from Driftwood lately, and I'm certain that fiend is responsible. The fiend's greed gave him away. He was peddling Hardly. No matter. He'll face justice either way. Well, do you know anything? Stop wasting my time.
the Magister turns to you with a scowl. He already...
What?
The Magister
Keep out of it! I'll halve you with my sword if you don't mind your own. That's what the new leadership, ought to learn to respect its veteran.
A slice.
Aye, and sooner than you might think, if the rumors are true. Who asked you? You're not even...
The Magister
This isn't the divine...
The Silent Watcher stands... The spirit keeps glancing.
How can I help? If I knew the way...
The chronicler puts his...
Dawson, my inkwell is dry. Fetch me some more.
Come on. Can't I go and play with the others?
No can do, Chickadee. You're not leaving my sight for a while longer yet.
You're the best.
Whoa, there's a fun face. Byron and I, patch you stay out of trouble.
I have to stop these disappearances. My career is at stake.
Oh, great, a citizen. Can't you see I'm on a break here? What? Go tell Magister Ryman. I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your
Head
watch.
nodding drowsily, the Magister brings her voluminous sleeve up.
They won't take me unawares. I'm ready for anything. Why whoever snapped...
Waving you away. Now is not the time for a bath.
Come on. Can't I go and play with the others?
Hell with them. I need those reports.
Blessings of the divine upon you, my lady. Wonderful. Come, sit. There you go, all cozy. So tell me, that's so... So come, let us break bread.
You eat, drink, and...
Greetings! May the seven circle you and keep you safe. And with good why, only a few days, but then a fellow pilgrim alas, I can't. Fills my heart with may the seven...
A so-called holy man who can heal with magic.
I owe my life to the holy pilgrim. If I knew his name, I would shout it from the rooftops.
The Meister sits slumped in her chair. You notice that some of her scales have dropped to the floor.
What news? Can you channel enough source? Are you powerful? Then why, pray?
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of... You look strange. Keeping it together.
Back again, eh? It's free to look their travels, friend.
You're safe among friends.
Buying or selling? Capital. Good luck to you.
You look strange.
Glad to see you well. Until later, then.
Back for a return visit. Have at it. Got yourself situated.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among...
Yep.
Never forget it.
Yes,
Penny
yes.
for a greedy beggar who's then get out of the penny for a sick dog.
penny for a grieving beggar who's dog. Thank ye, can't.
The carved figure is a resplendent. Your touch.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
The totem stares ahead. The totem stares ahead. The totem stands.
The spirit keep. How can I? If I knew the chronicler.
The totem stares ahead. The totem stares ahead. The totem stares ahead.
Not much of a landlubber, but sometimes I get... Not much of a landlubber, but sometimes...
The totem stares ahead.
I see you. An elf by appearance is not... You shall learn. A true elf. Pay homage to their skin. Winter shudders with ice and snow. Autumn rumbles, the sky lit aglow. Summer burns, air fiery as a... I am the...
The totem stares ahead. Before you, a stag as you step.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a van.
Hear ye! Hear ye! hunger gnaws at elves. A driving lust.
He gives you the slightest nod of acknowledgement.
What'll it be?
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you. A lascivious smile.
Let me ask you this. Across the world, who is renowned above all others for their exquisite love-making abilities? Exactly. And of your kin, there is one whom I believe to be talented above all of your kind. For an appropriately sizable sum. The price, I'm afraid.
The money vanishes.
Now, let me ask you this. What upstairs?
He gives you a mischievous grin.
If you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to risk. Yeah.
The bell still rings. Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
A lizard, tall and beautiful.
Oh, I'm sorry, madam. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just the demure. I'm so sorry, madam. I shall remove these clothes immediately. But, mistress...
She bats her eyelash.
Mind helping me?
She holds the rope. Her mouth opens to form a perfect O of mock horror. Then she grins.
Take me.
She takes you by one manicured hand.
Oh, my. You're undead.
Her world explodes in ecstasy.
Good morning, lovebirds. Holy hell's an undead. Again, Zara? Really?
You know me, Gil. Leave her alone, Gil.
Listen, Bonebag. We're killing... can get it down.
You're willing.
How can I help? If I knew that the chronicler...
She raises a single eye. She raises a single eyebrow as a sensual... He gives you a nervous grin.
I did promise you the experience of a lifetime.
His lip quivers. You expect him to be afraid.
They have me over a barrel. They do. You have to believe me. It's hard enough to earn a crust, my lady. The little one, Livy. The child's name is Livy. She stays in the kitchen while I work. Go look. I swear it's true. I'm not, I swear it.
He gives you an earnest...
Alas, they lose themselves to ancient worlds.
Hey, up!
The unfamiliar...
Hey, shh. Keep it low.
I'll be quiet as a mouse.
What's this? I found something.
Look at that. A fresh face. Lean and lovely. Like any true elf. Welcome be, Governor. Take a load off and enjoy Effie's blunder down under.
Hail, darling.
She draws you in.
Are you worthy of my gift? Love. I must consider your merits before I answer your questions. Why, I wouldn't tease you with a gift I could never... Indeed, this is... Are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire? Oh, you have a need. Gaze into the...
She flashes her ring. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you...
Yes. I will for a kiss. Most...
Dorothea sees you.
Darling, but I'm afraid I... Now. No kissing until you do something about that cadaverous appearance, my dear. Now. No kissing until you do something about that cadaverous appearance, my dear. Your friends should leave.
It's attacking! Evasive maneuvers, Quagga!
You thought it was over. How unfortunate for you. You see, I came prepared for the occasion.
Just when I think this still, at least this is an int.
The spirit keeps glowing.
How can I help? If I knew the
chronicler...
What do you want? Boss it.
Beast strokes his beard for a few seconds, buries his hand inside it, then whips. The guard shrugs back.
Boss can take care of... I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like...
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his wrist.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anna? Do ya? Bart, Cade, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to...
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
Tell the truth
Beast
now.
bristles the moment he sees his fellow dwarf, and Beast thrusts...
You're a brave lad.
Operation Downfall.
Disgust. Well, before you go...
He hawks a wad of...
I'm a businessman. I don't want to help.
Beast considers...
I thought you'd see. Brave lass. Waltz in it. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me.
I heard rumour Mortis is working for the Order. What say you?
You came into my house.
He winces loudly and holds a hand to the bandage on his side. The large red spot in its center...
Family dispute. Lucky for me, she... So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy? I've got people. Dave, but me. Here's one I heard lately. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down God... So? What do you want? Reckon I do. No, I could help you. But last...
An unpleasant smirk.
Right. I reckon I could help you out.
He gestures towards the bandage.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with it. That ain't like Marla. And wouldn't you know it, that Blake guy's name is Mordus. I sent a few guys to go check on it. I'd like a word with the guy. Glad you see it out. No one's seen him in it. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. True. Good. One more thing. Like I said, Mordus is a sorcerer. If there's something you want to find out, here, good luck.
What do you think is going to happen?
Better get out there before Mordus makes it all the way, all right? That's right. Lost one of my best lads, Anhar. Didn't get Charlie's body back, though. Maybe one of them beasts took her like that bloody lad. Flapping his gums in the neck. We will, once the Reds turn down the alarm. Whatever needs to stone in some. But if you find...
Are you? No. I know you. You're the one standing in my smoke.
Good to meet you, Governor. What? Take all the time you need. Pleasure doing business with you, Governor.
That's the spot.
Aye, so it further down. I give. You could say that. So, if you're interested, Governor, all you have to do is use.
The tigers fly, the leopards lie. To your own nightmares I pray you tend. Amid smoke and shadow, I must...
What am I bugger off? Can't you see I'm trying to relax?
She looks you up and down.
What's it look like? Nope. Yep. It's already in my... Leave me alone. Please, could you help me?
Down for a little scuffling and tussling? That's the spirit. She'll want to talk with you herself before she'll assent to any challenge. Watch your words, mind. She takes against you, there'll be no talk. Well, you better start caring. Without on your way, then.
Did you know our arena champion's a bloody cheat, stranger? Murga tricked me.
Watch out for Murga, stranger. She's a formidable fighter, our dear arena champion. And not one to suffer fools lately.
Good God, is there a
In the shadows,
More fodder for the...
curling her torn lip back over broken teeth, she grabs your hand and pulls you down to the ale-soaked table. Never losing eye contact, she begins arm wrestling you.
Ha!
She glimmers in...
I bested that Voidwoken below us, you know. Dragged that scaly lump down there with my own two... Ah! Based on your performance so far, that's cute. But I shouldn't judge your baby steps. The lion judges not the pussycat, eh?
The look she shoots...
I don't know you. Ah! Then, I'll knock you. I'll talk to you after...
Who in their right mind would keep a Voidwoken locked up like this?
Figure it's time to prove yourself. Is that so? Well, looks like the crowd'll get its money's worth, for sure. You accept her, all right? In any case, you're in for a treat, lass. Better than sweet cream.
lifts your blindfold and nudges your nose.
Nice to see the cub. And you proved yourself again. Come on.
She winks over her shoulder.
Nice show out there. You're smouldering, you are. Oh, this'll be a scotcher. Who you taking along? You only get this one chance, so keep your... Looky, a champion.
The dwarf bounces up and down with glee.
Extra. Ain't just
the dwarf bellows.
I proclaim...
Good riddance to Murga. Her and her bloody pet Voidwoken had no business here.
Seems I can't use that right now.
No go. Not now, at least.
If I knew the chronicler...
I can't say I'm sad to... I can't say I'm sad to see Murga ousted. She was a sore winner. Spoiled it for the rest.
You'll have to let me buy you...
Impressive. Dare say the spirit of the one stronger in you than anyone else I've seen. Even Murga.
Seems I can't use that right now. No go. Not now, at least.
Seems I can't use that right now.
then?
It seems I can't use that right now. No go. Not now, at least.
No go. Not now, at least. Seems I can't use that right now.
I can't see him, son.
Good riddance.
I still am. Yes?
In short, should any...
Can't describe it to you any place.